Alright, and I'm back with part 2 for my review of the Master Grade Heavyarms. And in this section we're going to go over all of the weapons and accessories and then final thoughts of the kit. So to get us started, I thought we would go over the internal weapons that Heavyarms comes with first. And we can see up here on the sides of the head he has his 2 Vulcans. On the shoulders he has his 2 cannons. And then for this kit, he has a large amount of hidden missiles and a couple more guns hidden throughout the kit. So to get us started here in the shoulders, he has 3 missile compartments in each shoulder. The back ones just flip out, and this one just flips up. And we can see there quite a bit of missiles. Now, as I talked about earlier, one really nice feature about this kit is all of these missiles are on kind of like individual plates, and you can paint the missiles first and then put them in, and it's going to give it a lot of really nice detail. So obviously when I take this kit apart to paint the missiles, it's going to look a lot nicer. Here in the chest, one of the things that I thought was always cool about Heavyarms is his chest can flip open, and he's got 2 more beam Gatling guns inside of his chest. Some new improvements to it for the Endless Waltz version is here in the skirt armor. The side skirts can open up, revealing 4 missiles in each side skirt, and then as well as the front skirts. You can push these little orange pieces up just a little bit and then flip them down, and he's got 4 more missiles in the front skirts. And then moving down to the legs, the way they hinge these is really nice in my opinion. When you flip these open, it looks really cool. And they did the same thing down here with the missiles as they did with the shoulders. You can paint the missiles all on their plate and then add them in, and it's going to look really nice when it's all done. So there is a look at Heavyarms displayed with this full open hatch missile gun mode kind of thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure there's a name for it, but I've never read what it was. So he's got quite a bit of firepower just in the kit itself. And now we'll take a look at how we can mount the Gatling gun. Now for mounting Heavyarms beam Gatling, the first thing you would do is take the drum and then attach the belt to it. And there's just a slot in there, and it slides into it like that. And there is 24 individual links that this thing comes with, and you kind of see there at the end it looks like almost like it's missing one. Now I think the reason they did this is just to kind of give it some more flexibility. I think if there was one more on there it would be kind of tough, so don't worry, yours isn't missing one if you're wondering that. So to mount this to the backpack, this piece will just slide down, and then we've got 2 grooves on the side there and 2 inserts there, and then this will just clip in like so. Now for the Gatling gun, which looks pretty cool. One thing that I thought was kind of nice with this guy is the seam line here doesn't actually look as bad as it did on the pictures. So I think someone may just not have had it assembled correctly. But the Gatling gun is pretty cool. I think it could have been designed a little bit better to hide some of those seams, but overall it's a pretty neat design for it being new. So right here, let me get that in the camera there. Right there we've got another slot for the other side of the belt. And we're going to switch hands, which I've already gotten the old one out. And this is the hand that I was talking that has the groove in it. So we can take that hand, slide it on there like so, and then we'll just insert the hand. Let me get that in there like so. And you kind of got to sort of help him prop it up on his side. And you can hold it like that, and then just connect the other side of this, like so. And now you can have Heavyarms. Oops. Seems to be a little, could have been a little more flexible, I guess, but it's not so bad. It still looks pretty cool. I think once you kind of wear it around a little bit, it'll get loose. So, I mean, the belt feature is new for Heavyarms. It looks pretty cool, I think. And I like it. It's kind of a, you know, big looking gun that, I don't know, sometimes it's cool to see kids have. Now, another cool thing you can do with this is the shield. And as we all know, like in the cartoon series, the shield and the Gatling gun were one piece, but in here they're not. And you have a couple of different ways that you can mount it. You can actually mount the shield using this connector right here to the forearm. Or, for all of us old school fans that liked it connected to the Gatling gun, we can stick it on like so. And now it looks a little closer to its TV version. So that's how you can mount the Gatling gun, and now we'll take a look at the Army knife the kit comes with. Alright, and for Heavyarms Army knife, it's a little different looking than what we were used to seeing in the cartoon series. It's got a little bit more detail there on the top, and I think it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. In the Endless Waltz design of this kit, it lost the Army knife and only had the ammunition, so I'm really happy that they added this to this one. And it's pretty easy to connect. We've got this peg here, and it's just going to slide into the arm right here, and that's it. So if you want to, you can have it displayed with his Army knife, and I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. It's a neat little gimmick that, again, they didn't have to add to it, but they did, and it will certainly allow this kit to have a lot more ways it can be posed and displayed on your shelf. So overall, I think it's a pretty good accessory for it. Again, so is this guy here. It's really neat that they added it. Again, I just wish that they had those extra pieces there. But we can take a look at what this is going to look like attached to the kit now. Alright, and here's a look at Heavyarms after we've reconfigured his arm to be able to hold the beam saber handle. Now, again, like I brought up before, this is probably my biggest frustration with the kit, but truth be told, it only took about a minute or so to strip his arm off and replace it for that and put it back on. So it's not, it shouldn't be a hindrance for anybody looking to buy the kit. All you have to do though is pop the beam saber off, and then I'm going to use the, just for reference here, the beam saber from my Master Grade Wing Gundam, and it will fit on there very snugly. And then if you want, you can just have him hold it, which he doesn't hold it super well. You kind of have to do a balancing act with it, but if you want to, you can have it displayed like that. Now, one other point I wanted to bring out that I forgot to mention with the Gatling gun, if you want to, you can also have it stored on the backpack like so, and then pull this pose off in the front if you want to, because he can't really hold the Gatling gun when you have that arm attached to it. So overall, I think they did a really nice job, at least on the detail of the arm and how it looks on the kit. It makes me think just like what I remember seeing in the anime. It's just the only downside to it is not being as easily interchangeable as I would have liked it to be. Alright, and here we can see Heavyarms fully loaded and ready to go up on an action base with all of his missile pods and gun hatches all fully deployed and opened up. So overall, if you're a Heavyarms fan, I really recommend this kit. It's a very fun kit. It's really nice to have Heavyarms finally in Master Grade, and I'll take him in any form I can get it in. That being said, though, my few complaints with this kit I've gone over already. The lack of a beam saber would have really helped out a lot if they included one, but they didn't. Again, I mentioned it a few times, but the way you convert the arm over, if they just added a few extra pieces there, that would have been a lot more simpler and easy to do. The only other complaint is in getting Heavyarms up in this position and moving his arm holding the Gatling gun, it broke off a couple of times, and that's because of the way it attaches to the hand. And these wing master grade hands I've never really cared for, and it's not the most secure connection for the Gatling gun. However, once you get them up there and you quit moving it around, it's going to work out pretty nice. The belt they did for the Gatling gun, I think, is very, very cool. That little bit of spacing in there really helps out a lot when you're trying to move it around. The cable that they use in there is just a little bit stiff, but once you start to ply it around a little bit, it moves itself very well. I really like the Army knife it comes with. The only complaint with the Army knife is that it kind of has to be mounted on the forearm, where it would have looked a little bit better mounted underneath the arm. But the hinges for all the hatches, the way the hatches open up, it's very cool. It's a very, very good representation of the kit. So it has a lot of detail. It's a master grade Heavyarms. So I mean, come on, guys, why wouldn't we buy it? So I think that'll do it for my review of this kit. There's just a few complaints, but you can overlook those very easily and have yourself a very nice Heavyarms, which I think every collection needs. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you at the next review.